Yo, what's going on, guys? Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. The Philadelphia 76ers have signed small forward / power forward Kelly Oubre Jr. to a one-year contract, as Kelly Oubre Jr. averaged 20.3 points per game last season with the Charlotte Hornets and has spent his past two seasons with them. Only played 48 games this season, though. And this is a great addition for the Philadelphia 76ers, and I'll tell you why. Look at, at the small forward and the power forward, their starters are solid. You have Tobias Harris at the 3, and you have PJ Tucker at the 4. But after that, look at the bench, with the forward position. Your two best forwards off the bench are Daniel House Jr. at the 4 and Furkan Korkmaz at the 3. And I think Korkmaz is a good player, solid defender, good three-point shooter, little down there in size, but, solid player. But for a role player, he's requesting trades every, twice a year. I mean, they're already dealing with enough, trade requests with James Harden over here, and then to have to deal with this guy, Furkan Korkmaz. He's a good player, but I think in the last year, he's requested 2 or 3 trade requests. I understand when you're not getting minutes, you get upset, you want to play. But they did lose Georgie Yang, who was a really good player in their rotation this year. They lost a couple of their players to that forward position, and they lost Shake Milton. He's a Shake Milton. He is a guard, but they lost him alongside Georgie Yang and a couple other players in free agency. They did get Paul Reed back. He's going to be that backup center or that backup power forward, but they don't really have a steady backup small forward. I think adding in Kelly Oubre Jr. does that. Let's go over his stats. We're going to go over his last 4 seasons in the NBA. So Charlotte last year played 48 games of 40 starts, averaging 33 minutes per game. His field goal percentage was 43%, and his three-point percentage was 32%. His free throw percentage was 76%. He averaged 5 rebounds per game with 1 assist per game, 1.5 steals per game, and he averaged 20.3 points per game. Then 2021-22 season with the Hornets, 76 games, 13 starts, 26 minutes per game, 44 field goal percentage, 35 three-point percentage. His free throw percentage was 67%. 4 rebounds per game, one rebound per game, 1 steal per game, and a total of 15 points per game. 2020-21 season with the Warriors, he played 55 games, 50 starts, but that was the 2020-21 season. There was only 72 games. So he didn't miss 27 games. He missed 17, which 17 isn't great, but it's a lot better than missing 27 games. That was only a 72-game season. Then he averaged 30 minutes per game, and in those 30 minutes per game, here's what he did. His field goal percentage was why is it not showing up? Here it is. Field goal percentage was 50%. Free throw percentage was 69%. His three-point percentage was, never mind. His field goal percentage that year is 44%. His three-point percentage was 32%. And his free throw percentage that year was 70%. He also averaged 15 points per game with 1 steal per game, 1 block per game, 1.3 assists per game, and then a career high 6 rebounds, or not a career high, but close to a career high, 6 rebounds per game. And then this is where he got his career high in rebounds per game. 2019-20 season, he averaged 19 points per game with 6.5 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game with 1.5 steals per game, and 1 block per game. He also, that year, with the Suns, played 56 games with 55 starts. That was the shortened season as well, because the season got postponed at the end of the year. He played 35 minutes per game with the Suns, though, and was a starter. And his field goal percentage that year with the Suns was 45%. And his three-point percentage was 35%. And his free throw percentage was 78% that year. So, had a solid year in Phoenix in 2019-20 season as their starter. And was good in the bubble as well. So, I like this signing for the Sixers. As for the Miami Heat, were a team that really wanted to sign him, and they didn't. So, I know that the Miami Heat really wanted to go get him and sign him, and they were a player that they wanted to sign if the Damian Lillard trade happened. But I think Kelly Oubre didn't want to wait around for the Miami Heat, and there were multiple teams that were willing to sign him, and one of those teams were the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers have made a couple good signings over the last week or two. They have signed Kelly Oubre Jr., and they've signed Danny Green, a former 76er. So you're improving some of those positions. You need to work on shooting guard. Danny Green will be the shooting guard off the bench. He's going to be a great guy to have back if you're the Sixers. And not now also Kelly Oubre Jr. being the backup small forward. They're going to need a guy like him, a solid defender, a good scorer, a solid three-point shooter when they have lost a guy who was a good defender and a solid scorer and a good three-point shooter that they just lost that signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers this offseason, and Georgie Yang. You guys let me know your thoughts on the signing for the Philadelphia 76ers. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.